What's going on, Big Blue Nation? It's your boy Big Blue Steph, back at you with another video. And today's topic, perspective. Big Blue Nation, perspective. Look at where we are right now. 1 year into a total rebuild, while trying to still win on the fly. Gettleman set us up. Gettleman messed up, 4 drafts overall? Messed up our cap. Messed up the culture, messed up the trust. That's a lot to try to clean up in one season. Here we stand at 7-5-1, on the brink of a playoff berth if we can beat Washington and continue to control our destiny. I would love to be in the playoffs. As a Giants fan, there's no way around it. I would love to be in the playoffs. But if we happen not to make it, perspective, look at what I just said. Gettleman messed us up. Schoen came in and did the best he could in his basically one off season. He tried to clean up the cap a little bit. It hurt a lot of people's feelings. Bradbury pissed off. Hey, come on now. We probably weren't going to win. I don't even think Schoen and Daboll think we were going to be as competitive as we are this year. So Bradbury was kind of an easy cut, especially when we had to kind of fit, a roster around what we had. Bradbury was an easy target. Who was Blake Martinez? Coming off an ACL injury, I think it was. You didn't know what he was gonna be. Didn't really seem like he was gonna be a good fit for Wink's defense. So, another casualty. Little stuff like that we had to do just to be competitive for this year. And Daboll really, he squeezed everything he could, especially in the first, 8 games of the season. We went 6-2, 7-2, now we 7-5-1. Understood. But perspective. The main goals of this year was trying to figure out, is Daniel Jones our quarterback of now and the future? I think we could say right now he's our quarterback of now. You can give him maybe another year or two, but keep in mind, due to Gettleman's mistakes or lack of addressing our offensive line and setting us up with a roster that just didn't fit what we were trying to do, we're still trying to evaluate Daniel Jones as a whole. We know he can ball, but he's not completely graded out. What can he do with a fully loaded roster? Not even fully loaded, just a roster that is decent, roster that is NFL caliber. Our offensive line, our O-line. Will you say that you put Mahomes back behind our offensive line? How successful would he be? How successful would he be with the receivers that we had? The running game, unable to create any more holes. You put Mahomes, Brady, who else? Aaron Rodgers. How many people are actually going to be successful with the O-line that we have and the receivers that we have? For Daniel Jones to kind of put us on his back and be halfway decent is amazing to me. Seriously, it doesn't even make sense how bad this O-line has really been in pass protection. It doesn't make sense why we're down to our 5th and 6th receivers. Our number 1 receiver right now, we were talking about trading him right before the season started. He almost got cut this offseason. Slayton. Brickhand Slayton. Catch it with my body, Slayton. Because my hands are jelly. Come on now. Isaiah Hodgins. Mid-season acquisition, wasn't on the roster. What is he, second on team in touchdown catches? I mean, he's running routes that we were anticipating Kenny Galladay to run. And at this point, Galladay, these are last, 4 to 5 games? 3 games, whatever it is, 4 games. Detroit knew what they were doing when they let him go. We had fool's gold Oh, yeah, we're going to pick him up. He's going to be the dynamic playmaker that we need. 50-50 ball. I don't even think I can even think of when we've actually even attempted a deep ball to him, a 50-50 pass, let alone in the end zone. Maybe once or twice in the end zone. And the pass wasn't great. So, Galladay, I mean, that was a waste. Kadarius Toney, everyone's mad, or a lot of people were mad when we traded him. I'm like, for what? He can't get on the field. He hasn't played the last 3 games or 4 games since Kansas City picked him up. You think it would have been any better here? Nope. Sterling Shepard. Love the man to death. Can't stay healthy. Not sure if it's even worth bringing him back. You know, I mean, great locker room player, but, you know, he's productive when he's on the field, but can he stay on the field? That's a big issue. Wan'Dale Robinson, our second-round pick. We're like, oh, why are we drafting this guy? He's like Tony Light. Does he even fit the scheme? He was fitting the scheme until he blew his ACL out. You know? So that brings us back to Slayton. Hodgkins. Freaking Richie James. I mean, come on now. Is that NFL caliber, starting caliber receivers you want your quarterback to be evaluated on? Make that make sense. You know, I'm always one of these people who always think rationally or realistically. What does he have? I mean, what did Daniel Jones really have to really show? You know, he never had his full offense. Daniel Bellinger went down for a little while. You saw a big hit when that happened. Saquon was running hard. He was another one. Probably emphasis number 2. Can we win with Saquon? Can he stay healthy? Well, first part of the season, he was banging them out, man. He was getting them yards, running hard, explosive. You know, ever since he had the little shoulder injury, now a neck injury, which is probably residual effects from that shoulder injury. You know, it's like, can he still produce? But once again, can he stay healthy and can he be effective for us? We really, you know, at this point, it's like an incomplete with him. It's just so many question marks on top of the rest of the offense and the wide receivers, the old line, you know, new play calling. This is like a whole new scheme that we're starting up again for Daniel Jones. Kafka came from KC and he has different influences. You know, this offense is meant to be explosive, but if we can't even hold a block for 1 second, how explosive can you be? That takes Kenny Galladay out the game plan ASAP, because he ain't running no quick slants. He ain't, you know, no quick outs. Like, that's not him. It's not going to be him. Wan'Dale Robinson was perfect. Tony was perfect for this offense that is supposed to be. You know? So, another incomplete. I understand Daniel Jones is not the perfect quarterback. We all know nobody's a perfect quarterback. We've seen games where Mahomes looks like trash. Looks like, oh my God, how's he in the NFL? But most of the times, no, he's not looking like that. We understand that. But how many people are truly going to be successful behind what we have as an offense? It's really amazing. We already have 7 wins. So, think to the defense. I mean, we technically have no true inside linebacker. McFadden, like his effort, like his energy, rookie, cool. Not there yet. Tay Crowder, you played your way out of a starting lineup. You know? Cornerbacks. Adoree', I think it was kind of good that we did extend him. I think he's a serviceable 1-ish. Definitely a 2 if he can stay healthy. But it's always been a thing with him. Can he stay healthy? We just got so many holes, y'all. And this is only year 1 of the rebuild. To me, we're ahead of schedule where we're at. Or where we're trying to be. You know, Super Bowl or bust, of course. You got to build to that. Buffalo didn't become a contender with Josh Allen in year 1. Had to build with that. Kansas City, you know, Andy Reid's had his system in place. He had Alex Smith running the offense. Game manager. They pick up Mahomes. Mahomes is ahead of schedule. He learned the offense. He learned how to play in the NFL. Now look at him. You know, that wasn't just overnight. It literally is a process. So Giants fans, just, I know, don't want to hear trust the process. and the excitement of the early part of the season really had us going. But we're ahead of schedule. I think this offseason is going to be crazy, ridiculously exciting. We got a lot of decisions, a lot of things up in the air between contracts with DJ and Saquon, Dexter Lawrence, what we're going to do with Leonard Williams and his contract, you know, how we're going to fill out our corners, inside linebackers, interior offensive line, a new kick returner, punt returner, a new punter. We got a lot of question marks, a lot of things we need to fill out. But one thing we know is we're on the right path. We just got to let it play its course. So, anyway, y'all, perspective. We win on Sunday, big game, gonna love it. We don't win, hey, keep playing the season out, figure out who else needs to be on this roster going forward, who don't, and we just keep moving on, y'all. Literally, this is just the way we go, man. This is Giants football. We grind them out.